Jason, obviously a lot of questions about why this happened, the motive, how it happened, but the biggest concern now is public safety. Not only keeping people out of the French Quarter while law enforcement conduct these searches, but also when it comes to the Sugar Bowl. A lot of debate this morning over whether or not the Sugar Bowl should go forward. What's the latest on those talks? What can you tell us?
So the game has been officially moved from tonight to tomorrow night at the same time. And I think that was done out of an abundance of caution. No matter whether or not this person whether or not this was a homegrown attack or not, this was terrorism. This was an attack on an American city. This was an attack on our country and our way of life. And we have to respond. And the game is going to move forward tomorrow. As of right now, it's only being postponed one day. And the investigation is active and will remain active.
How big is this undertaking right now, given the broad scope of this investigation now and how quickly it's escalated in just a few hours?
This is as big as it gets. This is federal, state, local partners in law enforcement working nonstop in coordination to, one, continue to investigate this very large crime scene that is currently being preserved. The deceased are still present on Bourbon Street. This is a frightful morning and a frightful scene. Investigators are still looking for other explosive devices. In addition to making sure that all these folks that have come into town can continue to be safe and making determinations about how and when the game will go forward.
And Jason, we heard Pierre talking earlier about how the public can help people who were there with perhaps videos, images. Do you have an appeal out to the public, letting them know, asking them for any information they might have?
Absolutely. I mean, the public, they're the best players on the field when it comes to solving crime and figuring out how things happen. And we do that very often with crimes that aren't associated with terrorism. And they are the ones who give us the clues that we need to get closer to who all potentially was involved in this thing. And that appeal will continue to go out. And that's not just in the city of New Orleans. This person drove into the city. This person rented a car from outside of the city and drove into it. So if there's any information in any city that he might have passed through, any information they can provide about who he was with or who he met with, all of that is extremely valuable to the work that we're trying to do right now.
And what is the latest on what law enforcement has uncovered so far? He was from Texas. What more can you tell us?
He's from Texas. It appears that he was radicalized. I don't want to get into any of the other information that we know now, as it could jeopardize and molest going after anyone else that was potentially involved or associated with him. I just want to be prudent at this time.
Do you have any indication that that he had some kind of assistance in this?
You know, the last expert who was talking was absolutely right when he described this was strategic. These explosive devices, we don't know whether or not he had experience in making them, which might mean someone else helped him make these devices before he came into the city of New Orleans. We just don't have all of that information right now, and that is what we're desperately trying to find out, because that tells us how safe the public is moving forward.